Let's do it.
Huey Lewis in the news, drummer, rabid 49ers fan. How's it going, Bill?
It's going great, Michelle. Good to see you.
Yeah. I'm here to talk about one thing only, and that is the Super Bowl bound 49ers.
Let's do it.
All right. I would be remiss if I didn't start off by mentioning that Huey Lewis in the news, longtime 49ers fans from the tradition of singing the national anthem on many, many occasions to even having a few 49ers sing on the hit album 4 in 1986. Have you been a fan since you were a kid? What's this?
That's a picture of the 49ers and us in the studio when we recorded on that album.
Oh, that's fantastic. So
Bonnie Lott, Ricky Ellison, Joe, Dwight. Yeah.
Wow. So have you been a fan since you were a kid?
Yes, I have. I remember my parents. See, I grew up in Sacramento, right? I lived in Sacramento till I was 9. Then we moved to Mill Valley, and in Marin. And my parents' insurance agent in Sacramento was Y.A. Tittle, who was a quarterback for the 49ers in the offseason. And in the offseason, they never paid him any money. So in the offseason, all these guys had day jobs, and he was an insurance agent, and he was my parents' insurance agent. So my dad kind of turned me on to the whole 49er thing. And yeah,
That's
yeah.
Compared to the salaries they make these days.
Yeah. Oh, they were making $10,000, $5,000 a piece.
Wow, I didn't know that. So yeah. How psyched are you that they're going to the Super Bowl? And where were you last Sunday when Brock Purdy led the team to a second half win versus the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, I was on my couch, very comfortable with a lot of food. And it was a great, I mean, I was close to turning it off.
Same.
Very close to turning it off. And then then all of a sudden they started coming back. And oh my God, that was a crazy game.
That was one of the best comebacks I've ever seen.
Definitely, no question.
I think they went 27-0 in the second
27-7, I believe.
Yeah. I know I personally can be very superstitious. So at halftime, I changed my shirt with the hopes of changing the outcome of the game. Did you do anything different at your house?
Yes, I think you and I texted at that point. and I took this. I had this shirt on, and I took this shirt off, and I changed hats, and then I ended up with no shirt on and no hat on, and so I don't know. I may have to go that way on Sunday.
I truly believe that's why they won. What was your favorite play of the game? The game changer versus the Lions last week?
Well, the game changer for me was the fumble recovery. The Kansas City running back, I can't remember. It wasn't Pacheco. It was the other guy. He fumbled the ball like at the 20 or something.
Yeah.
And that recovery, that was the turning point for me. Of course, you can't overlook Brandon Ayuk's catch. You know, off the face mask. That was insane.
Now I heard some people were saying that he might not have caught that ball, but I heard there was a pass interference flag that eventually they picked it up. So maybe without that interference, he would have been right on target. I think it was a good pass by Purdy overall.
I think it was a good pass. It was a little deep, and it probably should have been picked.
Yeah.
But
maybe the pass interference would have come into play at that point.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's right.
All right. So the 49ers didn't exactly put up their best defense in the first half last week. There's been a lot of talk this week about their lack of effort by some players, even speculation of potentially benching Chase Young. What do you think about that?
Chase Young needs to step it up. I haven't heard his name called too often this season.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how many snaps he gets.
Yeah.
Okay, so Greenlaw and Warner have quite a chemistry on the field, but can they stop Travis Kelce and the Swifties?
I think I was just down at Huey's place last week, right? And we talked at length about this. And we've come up with a scheme that I hope they use.
Okay.
Um, you have to put a spy on Mahomes, and you have to put a spy on Kelsey, and almost close to double teaming Kelsey. The key for me is doing what they did to Jalen Hurts in the Philadelphia game. They kept him in the pocket. They
Yeah.
can't allow Mahomes to get outside the pocket, and that's what they did to Jalen Hurts in that game. So I think I really think they have to kind of somehow attempt to contain Mahomes, which is a very tall order, as we know, because that guy's probably the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That I've been hearing that they don't have the best offense as they have had in previous years. So
well,
uh,
they struggled this year.
yeah,
They struggled early, but they pulled it together, and I think we're very evenly matched, and I think we can pull it off. I really do.
I
But
think.
Kelsey is a beast. That guy is massive. Did you see the show last night from Vegas?
Oh, I did not. I fell
Oh
asleep.
yeah, it was they had the 49ers and Chiefs together, and they
Yeah,
had George Kittle standing next to Travis Kelsey.
sure.
Kelsey is a good 4 to 6 inches taller than
Yeah.
George Kittle, and probably about half a foot wider.
Yeah,
He's a massive human being, and
but
and
he's not perfect. He's not perfect. I saw the Oakland Raiders beat Kelsey this year.
that's right. A lot of teams did. A
Yeah.
lot of teams did. You got to double team him at a minimum and
Yeah.
put a spy on him. You can't let him get to those wide open spots on the field, because that's what he seems to be able to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty nervous about this game this weekend.
Oh well.
I might not even watch it. I can't enjoy it when I'm like standing up stressed.
Oh, come on, Michelle. You not watch 49er game.
No, I did think about turning the game off myself last week. No, I can't enjoy it. So where are you gonna be watching it? Same place, same outfit?
My couch.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it gonna take to win, do you think? Defense, special teams, our running game?
Defense. Defense. Probably turnovers. It'll probably come down to a turnover. I hope it doesn't come down to a field goal, because I don't. I'm not too keen on our kicker, but
Yeah, I think
hopefully we just dominate. They just go out and dominate.
the defensive line can put pressure on Mahomes, and if the 49ers can rely more on Jake Moody to make the short distance 1-point kicks versus the long yard, field goals, I think we're in good shape, because
Yeah.
it makes me nervous when it's a 55-yard field goal, and if the game comes down to it.
Well, when he missed that one against the Lions, I thought, right, okay, it's going to be one of those days.
Yeah, and he's been almost perfect all year too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so throughout the season, Kyle Shanahan seems to have like a go-to guy for each game. With so many strong offensive playmakers on the 49ers, who would you like to see get a lot of targets?
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Uh, McCaffrey has to run early and often. He has to get the ground game going. But I'd like to see Ayuk and George Kittle have big games.
Yeah. I have a good feeling about Kittle this game.
Yeah, I have a good feeling about Brandon.
Yeah. Well, it's great that they're all healthy. It's great that they can spread their talent around the field. It's made it pretty hard for other teams to defend against all season. So, do you think Brock Purdy's inexperience is going to play a role in the big game versus Mahomes being there 3 in the last 4 years?
It could. I mean, Mahomes has that innate ability to extend plays, and that's and he was a baseball player. He wanted to be a ball player, and that's, you see those underhand sidearm throws. He's really good at those.
Yeah.
I've seen Purdy make a couple of those too. I mean, underestimating Brock Purdy, you do so at your own peril.
Yeah. I've noticed they need the 49ers in the past several weeks have needed like that first quarter to kind of settle in, shake off the nerves, and then after that,
The slow start I could do away with.
I know. I love how everyone in the locker room loves Purdy, appreciates him, will go to war with him, and for him.
Yep.
So last year, Trey goes down, Jimmy goes down, and all of a sudden, the last pick in the draft is the starting quarterback. Now he's going to the Super Bowl. And Trey may never play a game. Garoppolo's career is always up in the air. There was talk of Tom Brady a while back. Imagine telling Tom Brady that he's Purdy's backup.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I'd love to see that. So
I'm glad they didn't get Tom Brady.
yeah, me too. So your prediction, who's going to score the first touchdown?
First touchdown? Oh boy. I have no idea. I'm lousy at those predictions.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at those. I don't know.
All right. Let's see. The 49ers have been on the quest 4-6 since the mid-90s. What do you think is different about this team versus the previous years, like in 2012, 2019?
Well, it's all around. There's just absolute all pros in offense, defense, special teams. They're just studs, you know. They have so much talent on that team. It's just a matter of getting it firing all at once, you know.
Yeah. All right. So the NFL announces the MVP on Thursday. Who gets your vote?
That's Thursday, huh? It's weird they do it before the Super Bowl.
I think it's Thursday. Could be wrong.
My vote goes to, you know, I would say Brock Purdy, but he kind of stumbled a little bit down the stretch. I'm going to say Christian McCaffrey gets my vote, or the other one I would say would be Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Even though he just absolutely choked in the championship game.
Yeah, he stumbled, and one thing I haven't seen Christian McCaffrey stumble all year.
Yeah, right. I know, right. So he was probably at MVP, but McCaffrey, you can't overlook CMC.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Ed McCaffrey's son. Remember Ed McCaffrey? You probably don't remember Ed McCaffrey.
No, I don't.
Wide out for the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah, wide receiver Ed McCaffrey, and that's his kid, Christian.
That's awesome. I knew he was from a football family. All right, last thing. What's the final score on Sunday?
I'm going with 28-24 Niners.
Oh, you think they're going to score that much? Both teams.
I think they're going to cover the over.
Yeah.
Yeah. The over-under is 48.5. Okay. I think they're definitely going to cover that.
Right. All right. That's it. I have one piece of miscellaneous trivia for you. Let's see how you do.
Okay.
Name the 4 second-year starting quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl. That have won it, not gone to it, but won it.
Brad Johnson. Is he one of them? No? Okay, I have no idea.
Okay. Russell Wilson.
Brady. Pat Mahomes.
Nope.
No?
I think he was
wow. Second year starting quarterback. Wow.
It's a good one.
No idea.
Russell Wilson.
Oh.
Big Ben. Roethlisberger.
Big Ben.
Tom Brady and Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner, was it really? Was he just a second year starter?
And maybe Brock Purdy, we'll see. So interestingly, both Brady and Warner both took over for a guy who got hurt in the previous season. Drew Bledsoe.
Say that again.
I said Tom Brady and Kurt Warner both took over for a guy who got hurt in the previous season.
Oh, wow.
Which was Bledsoe and Trent Green for the Rams.
Right, that's right. Drew Bledsoe, yeah.
Kaepernick and Marino both went to the Super Bowl in their second seasons, but they didn't win. So there's some good trivia for you.
Yeah, that is good.
All right, Bill, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll be texting during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you decide to watch it.
Depends on who scores first. We'll see.
I can't imagine you not watching. I just
No,
can't.
I know. I'll be standing up the whole time too.
Oh
So,
yeah, I'll be screaming and throwing shit. I
yep.
got. I have a bad call. Oh, whoops, sorry. I have a bad call brick. It's a styrofoam brick that says bad call brick, and you throw it. You can throw it at the TV.
Oh, I need one.
I also have a penalty flag, so there's going to be a lot of that.
That's fantastic. I love it. I'll be whipping my faithful towel around.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a penalty flag. That's fantastic. All right. Well, thank you again. I appreciate it. Good to see you. I will be talking to you on Sunday.
Good to see you too.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
See ya.